Alright, here is the New York Scalper. This is the base system. I have two windows for this. It's important to understand that this is the basic system. It takes all the trades every day, and this at the bottom is a plot of the equity curve, and the white line is the closed equity, and the yellow line is the open equity. So at the end of a trade, it updates the closed equity, and the white and the yellow are in sync. And then when a new trade takes on, you plot the yellow line, which is the open equity for that trade, and so you can see how the trade is doing. And this is the plot, but this is the basic system. You're not trading this system, you're letting this New York Scalper run. And looking at the results, I want to look at the results of this, and going back 3 years, you've got $110,000, 868.50, $3,500 drawdown, but you only have $13 average profit per trade. And that, I mean, it's an amazing equity curve, but we're not taking out any slippage and commission yet, and so that's a lot. That's not enough to work with. And your profit factor is low, your percent profitability is high, but it's a high frequency trading system, and so these numbers, this number like this is going to be lower. This number is going to be lower in a high frequency trading system, but it still needs to be high enough so that it can actually be implemented. And so what I've done is I've added another algorithm. The first algorithm would only trade on days after a $100 loss, and if you take a look at this results, there's not a lot of days where there's a $100 loss. And so you might sit here and you're just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days you're not trading, and then you have a $100 loss, and then the next day it trades, and you take all the trades, you make $353 on 11 trades. You're averaging, about $30 a trade. And then you have another loss here, $341. You take a trade, $342, $342.50 on 10 trades. You make about $34 a trade. And so not many trades. And so what I did is I added another algorithm. The second algorithm looks at intraday. So if we drop down intraday by $300 or more, say for instance here you're 11,290.50 coming into the day, and you get in a place like this, and let me pull this up here so you can see it. Right here at the beginning of the day, you see, we can't see it because it's not in the window. Let me increase this here so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see, now you can see it. So you come into the day at $110,290.50. If you look down at the bottom of that box, it's the yellow number. The closed equity and open equity are the same. And we don't trade for the first 45 minutes to an hour. And then you come along here, you take some trades, and the market's moving. This is a system that works in a choppy market, and you got this trend down here, and so it's losing. So the market goes in cycles. It goes between non-trending and trending periods. And so the stock indexes are choppy, then they boom, then they trend, and you lose money when it's trending. And so one of the philosophies is you wait for the trend to be over, and then you trade the choppy period. And so the way we measure that trend to be over is a certain amount of loss. And so you're coming in here, you're at 10,290.50. We're going to wait until this thing has a closed trade of you have an increase on the first trade. The first trade's profitable, and then you have you're sitting on 3 losses in a row. And so you look at that, you're at 10. The bottom here, you're at 10,984.50, and so that is over $300 of loss in that day. So then you begin trading this system at that point, and then as you can see the rest of the day, the trades are working out pretty good because it's more of a choppy environment. And so you can trade this algorithm. This algorithm will work on a day where there's $100 or more losses, or on a day where intraday you've had $300 loss in closed trade after a closed trade occurs, and you're down $300, boom, then it'll kick in and start trading. And so the second window, I'm going to click on another workspace tab at the bottom, and you click over to this window, and you see this, and I've got 6 months up here. Another difference in this system is it does have a $150 profit target, while the original system had a $100 profit target with a $200 stop loss. And so let's look at the results for this. Going back 6 months, nice equity curve. Good profit, very low drawdown, $725, about as low as it gets. This 42.22 is a number you can work with. Again, we haven't taken out slippage and commission yet, so that number still, it's kind of low, but for the frequency of trades, it's really good. The profit factor is 2.16, 73% profitable. And so here we are. Let's look at the maximum consecutive winning trades is 10. Maximum consecutive losing trades is only 3. This is a system that this is the type of stats that most people like to enjoy or prefer to trade. I want to take some of you asked me if this is okay. This doesn't have any slippage and commission taken out, and then we also have the question: do we change the settings to? I'm going to show you change the settings to this. Back testing. Fill entire order when the trade price exceeds limit price. I don't find this to be accurate because I see some trades that are not filled that would trade through the price when I've gone through and looked at all the results. And I've also seen some trading in a fast market where it keeps filling a market on the same bar, and you get about 20 trades in a row, and it's very inaccurate. It shows a big loss on multi-time frame type strategies. But we're going to take a look at this just in general to get a feel for it. And over the last 6 months, if you wait for all the fills to take place, you get 38.50, 12.50 drawdown, and your average profit per trade is 21.63. The equity curve is still good, and 63% profitable, 1.42 profit factor. Again, this is a high frequency trading system, and you can do a lot with a high frequency trading system. Position sizing wise, you can increase and decrease quicker. And but this is just the basics. I'm going to come up with some more algorithms, looking at other things like run-ups and drawdowns when we trade it when it's in a drawdown, and then trade the system until it has a certain run-up. And so I'm working on that algorithm right now, and I'll have that available as well. But if you've got the money management algorithms as an update, email me, and I will send you the update. And if not, you can lease or purchase the New York Scalper alone to get the algorithm. And that is the latest update on New York Scalper Money Management Algorithm number 2.